What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? I just got off work, you guys. Right now I'm heading to go pick up my daughter from her high school, you guys. But with that being said, welcome, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And today we're gonna get into a little bit of a couple of topics, you guys. If you guys are planning or wanting to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area out here in Texas, I want to let you guys know a little bit of my 18 years that I've been out here in Texas, and I want to let you know a little bit of things to watch out, or that way you have in mind when you guys move out here what it's like. But with that being said, whenever you move out here to Texas, be prepared to check the radar or the weather radar here in Texas, because let me tell you one thing about here in Texas, that right now it could be nice and sunny, just like how it is right now, nice and hot, but then with the next hour the temperature could drop, and then the next hour it could start raining. The thing about here in Dallas-Fort Worth, there's no mountains around us. It's all relatively flat, so you get a lot of wind gusts coming through here real fast. Like storms will come in here like 60-70 miles an hour. Storm will be here in like 5 minutes, and within 30 minutes the storm's gone. They move pretty fast here in North Texas, so make sure always look at your weather radar just to see what the next couple hours, because they can predict it like a day before, you know, it's going to be rainy or it's going to be this and that, but you got to pretty much check it hour by hour, because they can say one thing like it'll be 100% or not 100, but they'll say, oh, possibility of rain. Oh, okay, you think it's going to rain the whole day? No. It could just be like the southern part of the city where you're at, and not the northern part. It could be raining, or it could be the northern part of the city and not the southern part. So, you know, just varies. The thing is, summers, guys, here in Texas and North Texas, I'm pretty sure it's all Texas, all the central southern states. The hottest months here in Texas, well, in Fort Worth, I'm gonna specifically say Fort Worth and Dallas. That's where I've been living these last 18 years. The hottest months are typically July, August, September. Going into October, it starts cooling down a little bit, but those are the 3 months: July, August, and September, the hottest months. So out of those 3 months, maybe we might get 20, 25 days of 100 degree weather or more. I remember when I first moved out here from California, I was used to the coast weather out there in California. It's like 60, 70 degrees year round. And then like in the summertime, I hit 80, 85. And whenever I moved out here, so over here it's desert too, so it gets hot out here, guys. So that's one of the things I had to get. It took me a while to get used to the Texas heat. I could do the winter time, but just the heat is just another, you know, at least in the winter time, you could just bundle up, you know, put layers off, you get hot, you take them off. But in the summertime, there ain't nothing you could do but be in the AC. So in the springtime here in Texas, we get crazy weather, you guys. Like, it'll be hot and humid, and you'll get storms just pouring down like crazy. You get notifications of tornadoes. You hear the sirens going off. You hear the news anchor saying, take shelter now, because there's a possibility of rotation close to where you're at. So it does get a little active here, because we are in Tornado Alley here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we just get hit with a bunch of storms in the springtime here in Texas, here in my area. So that's like another thing that I just start, whenever I hear those sirens go off of the tornadoes, I start panicking. I'm like, oh my God, what if it's gonna hit? Since I've been here in Texas, I have not seen one. I've never seen one in person. Got hit with hail. Like this car is pretty beat up with the hail damage, but I've driven through hail and it's not good. But the tornadoes, I've never seen one in person. Around the city, tornadoes have hit. I've seen the aftermath of a tornado. It's not good, guys. It's not good at all. So that's another thing you got to worry about in the springtime here in Texas. Tornado season. Hail, strong winds, rain, tornadoes. What else? Yeah, high winds. The winters here in Texas, they're mild. I mean, we get snow, maybe like half an inch to an inch, but it's rare, you guys. It's rare. Like, we'll get a little bit of snow, maybe like once every third year or every second year, something like that. It's not real common out here, but when we do get it, everything shuts down, guys. Everything shuts down. I think our infrastructure is not set up to like Chicago is. You know how they get snow out there all the time. So everything here in Texas just shuts down for the most. For the most part, everything shuts down. Back in 2021, I don't know if you guys recall when we got that hit here in Texas with that snowstorm. It was like 3 days. We had a highway, a major highway that crosses through the whole city. There was like over 100 car pileup, and I think people lost their lives in that one. It was pretty much it was a freeway, and then goes up on a bridge, and then goes like down at a slope. And I guess it froze over. The city didn't clean it or whatever, or they weren't treating it. And I guess people started sliding out, and then people coming down just couldn't stop. And people behind that just once they got to where they were wrecking, it was already too late because there's ice all over that bridge. But there was like over 100 cars that were piled up in that 2021 accident. But that was like spring, almost springtime. It was still winter, like March, if I'm not mistaken, when that happened. But yeah, that's another thing too you got to watch out for. Another thing is traffic. Traffic here in Dallas, Fort Worth is hectic, guys. It's crazy. There's a lot of people here in the city. Fort Worth, I've noticed in the last 15 years, 10 to 15 years, there's a lot more people out here in Texas, guys. There's a lot more. Traffic, bumper to bumper, rush hour, like around 7 in the morning, I would say all the way till 9. You're gonna be bumper to bumper on the freeway, anywhere in the morning. And then afternoon, from 2:30, 2 o'clock, all the way till like 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, traffic again. So you have a little window from like midday, 11 midday, till like 1:30, 2 o'clock. If you're gonna go long distance, you got a little bit of a window to get to where you're going before you start hitting that traffic. There's a lot of people that moved here, guys, from California, New York, all over. People just moving in, moving out. It's just crazy. From Fort Worth to go to Dallas, North Dallas, from Fort Worth to North Dallas, which is like McKinney, Plano, up north that way. The travel distance, it is pretty long. But I want to say, if you want to go from downtown Fort Worth all the way to North Dallas or Dallas, it's going to take you an hour with relatively low traffic, maybe an hour and a half. But once you hit an hour, I want to say like an hour and a half. But when you hit traffic, that could be bumped up to like 2 hours, maybe even more, depending on the situation with the traffic. If there's incidents, this and that, so you got to be careful with the traffic out here too. There's a lot of people, guys, that don't know how to drive. Too, when we get a lot of traffic is whenever the Cowboys are playing, or the Mavericks, or the Texas Rangers. I'm not sure about the Stars, which is hockey, but I know those areas, the Texas Rangers and the Cowboys, they play in Arlington, Texas, which is in the middle of Dallas and Fort Worth. So in that area, there's always a lot of traffic whenever it's like game day or there's things going on in that area. Stars, I'm not sure. I don't even know where the Stars is, where their hockey area is at. But Texas is real huge on sports, guys. On those football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. They love their sports, guys. There's a lot of fans out here, guys. And then I want to say, like, the cost of living out here, guys, it used to be cheap, maybe like 2010 and back, but 2010 and this all the way to now, I think now, I looked at the house prices around my area, and they're typically going, if you don't want to live in the downtown area, they're ranging between 300, 200, like 230, 300,000, 400,000 and up, guys. For like a 1-bedroom apartment, I'm guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,300 to 1,500. That's just for a one bedroom. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't looked into rentals for apartments, but the housing prices, I've seen them around 230, 300, 400 and up. So it just depends on the area, what city, because there is a bunch of cities intertwined in between Dallas and Fort Worth. There's a bunch of them. You got a bunch of suburbs around Dallas, a bunch of suburbs around Fort Worth, and then you got Central, which is Euless, Arlington. What's the other one? Irving. There's quite a few cities that are in between Dallas and Fort Worth. I can't name all of them, but there's quite a few. And then you got surrounding cities. But let me know down in the comments, guys, if you guys are planning on moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I would love to know. If you have any questions that you guys like to know, you guys can leave it down in the comments, and I could try to see if I can answer them for you. If not, I'll ask around and try to get some more information. But with that being said, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. My daughter's about to get here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Compa Reyes out. Later on, guys. Ciao.